It's Hacktoberfest time, and this year it's Mega Hacktoberfest. And that means only one thing. Of course, we're looking at ROM hacks of Mega Man games. And instead of looking at a bunch all at once, I'm giving them some individual attention. These are some ROM hacks I really and truly think deserve to, kind of get an individual look-see. Now with Mega Man, most of ROM hackings concentrate on NES games, particularly Mega Man 2, 4, and 5 for some reason, so of course all of them have their hacks. But for this first game, we're actually not looking at one of the classic Mega Man games. Instead, we're looking at Mega Man X for the Super Nintendo. I've not found any other Mega Man X hacks that are quite to the extent of this one. So today we're looking at a game that changes music, it changes graphics, and it even changes gameplay a little bit. We're talking about Mega Man X Generation for the Super Nintendo, and today we're figuring out if it's worth your time. Welcome to Stuff We Play, home of everything weird and retro, and if that sounds cool to you, why not subscribe? And today, we are talking about a ROM hack of Mega Man X. Mega Man X Generation. As far as I can tell, this game was made by one person. Really and truly, I can't find much about it besides, well, it exists. And honestly, it's kind of weird and interesting to see. More than anything else, I wonder if this was a proof of concept, as I just haven't seen many Mega Man X hacks, particularly not ones like this. In this Super Nintendo game, you play as Mega Man X, a futuristic variant of your standard Mega Man who was sealed in a capsule by Dr. Light for what was supposed to have been 30 years, but instead ended up lasting more than a century. Now it's up for you as Mega Man X to go defeat Mavericks, who are rogue Reploids, robots that are made that are copies of Mega Man X, and save the day. The leader of the Reploids of Sigma, and he's kind of an asshole. So with that in mind, what does change here? Well, graphically speaking, it's quite a bit different. All of the stages here have had their tile sets changed, meaning that in the intro stage, for example, instead of going along a highway, you're instead going over all these boxes and gravelly-like things. A lot of stages also have their backgrounds changed. Admittedly, not all of them look great. In fact, some of them look kind of haphazardly done, like these in Boomer Kuwanger stages that just seriously, like, what is this? This looks unfinished. But also some, like Flame Mammoth stage, are absolutely beautiful, with great sunsets and other such features in the background. What also changes here, a bit anyways, is the music. A lot of the music here is the same as it was in Mega Man X originally. However, a lot of music has been imported from other Super Nintendo Mega Man games, primarily Mega Man Bass, which only came out in the Super Nintendo Japan, and Mega Man 7. It's amazing what a change of music can do for the tone of a game, because even though Mega Man X itself is typically darker and grittier than your average classic Mega Man game, these kind of bring it back to those times, and combined with the new aesthetics, really make this Mega Man X title feel a bit more classic in style. Granted, it kind of has its own style gameplay-wise. A lot of them take advantage of Mega Man X's abilities such as dash and wall climb more than an original game. In Mega Man X proper, there are 4 Dr. Light capsules spread throughout the game in which you can get a variety of power-ups, such as a buster upgrade that let you charge up all your weapons, a helmet upgrade to bust through certain blocks, a body upgrade that halves your damage, and a dash upgrade, which allows you to, well, dash. However, at the beginning of this game, you start with both the dash and the helmet upgrade, though you still need to get the leg parts for the aesthetic upgrade. Along with this, a lot of stages force you to either make dash jumps off the sides of ledges or even climb up walls in order to progress. It's a bit more forced than in other Mega Man games, though at the same time it's still very solid. What's weird though is something feels like it's missing here. All the stage design here is actually pretty good, none of it seems cheap. All of it feels very deliberate, but at the same time it doesn't feel like Mega Man X. It's like when you find a really solid Mario Maker level, except the level in question is based off a level from another game. It doesn't feel like Mario, but it's still solid, even though it feels a little bit off, and that's the best way you can describe the levels here. None of them seem to be ripped from other Mega Man games or whatnot, but something definitely seems missing here. Though some appear maze-like with all their twists and turns, they're all rather limited. In fact, all of the Dr. Light capsule parts are just given to you, instead of just the dash parts like in the original Mega Man X. There's less exploration here, but also there's more jumping and shooting action. It really depends what you prefer. But in addition to this, all the boss weaknesses have been changed. Mega Man games are commonly a game of rock, paper, scissors. By defeating one boss, you take its weapon and can use it against other enemies. Each boss is weak to the weapon of another boss, and as such you have to find which bosses are weak to what weapons. The weapon order and which bosses are weak to what weapons have been changed here, and along with that, each boss arena has been changed up. A couple bosses have even been given new abilities. For example, Flame Mammoth, when he does a jump attack, instead of just changing the direction of the conveyor belt like in Mega Man X proper, can also cause the conveyor belt to just completely explode, and instead reveal pools of magma, which can damage you. Some bosses also have instant death spikes in their arenas, which I'm not particularly fond of, though I guess it does add a nice challenge. What also seems off is some of the music here. Though I like a lot of the additions here, some of it just seems off-key. Like listen to this in Sigma Stage 1. The game itself is still fun. And while if you haven't played Mega Man X, I definitely wouldn't recommend you jump into Mega Man X Generation, I feel like if you have played Mega Man X itself, there's enough here to definitely be worth a try. The level design is solid and some of the new additions are cool. Furthermore, it's a nice change of scenery for those who have played Mega Man X a million times like myself. It definitely looks good, it definitely looks interesting, and despite a few graphical glitches and some weird off-putting things, it's still fun on the whole. It is a nice remixed version of Mega Man X itself, and as such, I feel like Mega Man X Generation is definitely worth checking out. Perhaps not worth completing all the way through, but definitely worth playing. But you know what, I maybe begin to ramble on just a bit. What Mega Man ROM hack should I look at in the future? Well, I can tell you this much. For the next game we're looking at, we're jumping back to the NES because we're looking at a ROM hack of Mega Man 4. So with that, thank you very much for watching. This has been a lot of fun. Remember to subscribe to Stuff We Play for more great content like this. So with that, thanks for watching once again. Stay classy, and I'll see you next time.